Hey, it's your girl Sarah, and I'm back here to talk to you about the surviving R. Kelly. There's so much for me to say about this situation. Um, for a long time, we've known the stories about R. Kelly and the allegations that have followed him around, the videos that have been leaked about him being with younger women, being with underage women, and so on and so forth. There was even a video of him urinating on a woman, and there have been skits on the Chappelle Show, and other comedians have touched on this. When, in all seriousness, it's not a laughing matter at all. Now, after seeing this, and even before seeing this, we can't take away from the fact that many of us love and enjoy his music. Now, does that stop us from loving his music because of what we know about him? Do our ears stop hearing the tunes, or does our soul stop feeling the music because of what we know? Absolutely not. But in my opinion, it would be ludicrous for people to continue to support this man after the allegations. And let's be honest here. There's still allegations of him having slave houses down in Atlanta and even in Chicago. So there's our reports that R. Kelly's music is on the rise after this documentary. Make that make sense to me, because I surely just don't understand it. And a few other people don't understand it either.
Article this morning about how R. Kelly's music sales and his streams have spiked substantially since the release of Surviving R. Kelly docuseries. And I'm having a really difficult time understanding why. But I think it's important that I understand why. I really would like for you guys to help me understand what I'm missing, even if I'm missing something that I don't necessarily agree with. I just want to understand what I'm missing. So if you could sound off below, that'd be great. And we can continue the conversation Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time on our Facebook Live. And I really don't want to believe that it's because black girls don't matter enough. Or is that the reason? So let me know. Happy Sunday.
So let me get in a little bit into the story and what I found interesting. Now, yes, we've all heard stories of this going on and him liking the younger women, but there were some things that I found very interesting. And I think that a lot more people should have been in trouble other than R. Kelly. There were people that actually got on this Lifetime documentary and admitted to helping him get these women that actually were adults. His manager, who is older than R. Kelly, admitted to helping him find these young teenage girls. He admitted to forging documents to help him marry Aaliyah. He was one of the people who would go and announce that R. Kelly was in the building when R. Kelly would frequent the McDonald's by the high school. Like, let's be honest here. Should R. Kelly be the only one that should be found guilty? Like, there were more adults involved in this than just R. Kelly. Yes, R. Kelly was the one sleeping with these women, but there were other adults who coerced these women to go along with R. Kelly, and who kept the secrets, who kept these women hostage, who, there were reports that, these young ladies were kept, in these homes, and when their families called, people would tell R. Kelly, oh, such and such's mother is on the phone. And R. Kelly would say, put them through, don't put them through. Well, what about those people? Are they not guilty? Are they not just as guilty as R. Kelly is? That was a picture of his oldest brother, Bruce, who appeared from obviously inside of jail. Now, his reasoning was that he liked older women and that his brother Robert just so happened to like younger women. Now, Bruce, you don't happen to see anything wrong with the fact that Robert likes way younger women, children, in fact? I see a real big issue with that coming from your brother, your oldest brother at that. Now, there were a lot of allegations, not only from. Now, that is the youngest brother, Carrie Kelly. Now, he's admitted to being molested by his oldest sister. He also suggests that R. Kelly was also molested by their older sister. Now, during the documentary, R. Kelly admits in an interview done on another platform that he was also molested from the age of 7 to either 12 or 14 by someone in his family. He doesn't say that it's his sister, but by what Carrie it says, you could guess that probably it's his sister as well. However, I'm wondering if Carrie Kelly has his own agenda. Not only has he done this Lifetime interview, he's also done several interviews on YouTube. Check out Tasha K's interview with him. But he also has an audiobook about his life. So, I don't know what to believe when it comes to Carrie Kelly, if he's clout chasing or if he's really telling the truth. But by R. Kelly's own admission, he was molested by somebody in his family. So it could very well be true. Which, if you listen to what his singing teacher had to say, she did admit to R. Kelly being very mature in nature when it comes to sex at a very young age. That to the point where she even had to tell him about some of his music style, about what he was singing about, and that he was way more advanced sexually than he should be at a young age. Then it brings me to that heifer. Yes, I called her a heifer. Did you see her on there all teary-eyed and crying? Miss Sparkle, who was one of his artists, who admits to him being very demanding, very controlling, and she even speaks about how he couldn't control her. Yet she admits to bringing around her niece, who was, 12, 14, and trying to, honestly, it sounds like pawn her niece off on R. Kelly in exchange for her own career. She says that she found it very strange that when she went over there one time, she found her niece over there alone, and that her growing up, she could never be in the presence of a man alone. Yet what did she do about it? Anything? Did she go to her sister, her brother, or whoever this child belonged to, because she again said this was her niece, and put a stop to it, or tried to put a stop to it? Because I don't recall her really talking about it. Yet later in the documentary, she talked about having to go to the police station and ended up identifying her niece on a video with R. Kelly performing sex acts. And now here she is crying on video. Heifer, you are the one who brought your niece to R. Kelly. Don't tell me that you didn't know what was going on. Don't tell me that you didn't know this man was controlling. Don't tell me that you spent all that time with R. Kelly and you didn't see anything that was going on. Because let me tell you, all his other performers, all his other background singers, all his other dancers, all the other people knew exactly what was going on. And you were just oblivious to everything that was going on to the point that you would bring your niece around this man? I'm not buying it, Sparkle. I'm just not. So you can save the tears for somebody else. Unless they're tears of guilt, because that's what they should be. Ah, yes, his wife, Andrea. Another one with a tear in her eye. Another one that at one point defended him. But yet here you are crying and saying how your life was so miserable with R. Kelly. But yet you're telling your story about the abuse, about how badly you were treated, about things that went on in the background, about how you had this secret marriage. You weren't even allowed to invite your own parents, your friends, your family, anybody to. How you said it was a step between controlling and just over loving. Come on. Let's be real. How do you defend this man at one point, but now that you're doing a documentary that you probably got paid for, now you're the victim too? Or wait, are you now the victim because your children got teased? Or wait, are you now the victim because you're not getting paid like you think you should get paid from R. Kelly? Or wait, are you now the victim because your dance career isn't where it should be? Why are you now a victim, Andrea? Because let's be honest, I'm not buying your sob story either. Because there are some real victims out there that I really, really, really feel bad for. Like this woman who did everything to try and find her daughter, to try and get her daughter back. The people didn't even reach out to her to let her know what was going on. But she did everything to find her daughter. She worked with another family to help them try and get their daughter, doing wellness checks with the police. This woman flew to LA to try and get her daughter back. Those are victims, Andrea. Sparkle. Those are victims. This mother, her daughter, those are victims. When she got her daughter back, that child was scared. And honestly, she wasn't even a child anymore, but she was scared. I will come back to you with part 2 and talk to you a little bit more about some of the victims, some of the women that spoke out about how they felt living under R. Kelly, and just give a little bit of their stories. I'll talk a little bit more about this mother that I just showed a picture of, a little bit more about her daughter. And hopefully you guys can leave me your opinion under this video in the comment section below. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. If there's something else that you want me to talk about in the next video, please let me know and I'll make sure to touch on that as well. Thank you for being here. I love you guys so much. Please be also blessed. This is your girl Sarah, and this is also Sarah checking out. Bye-bye.